right, we'll get going here. Aaron, you guys can go first.
Ooh, you want to go first?
Do what?
Yes, go first.
Yes.
Go.
While he's still asleep. Yeah.
Well, we're a 2-for-1 deal. Get up here. I had a caffeine. We're doing great.
How'd you get roped into this one, Aaron?
It's his
We're the
thing.
highway department. It feels like that a lot.
It's his thing. I'm just.
Oh, you're helping.
Yeah. Okay. So you want me to start? All right. So here is the bread and butter of it for real. So looking at buggy plates, we have met with the Amish steering committee and the safety committee and the Paul Yoder committee. I don't know what they called them. It's another little group of people. They would like to try, and Aaron and I talked about maybe like a 2-year look at, that the Amish churches take over the buggy plates kind of like the trustees do. Paul has talked to Kathy and Kurt and some of you and lots of people. And maybe they do it through their churches so that they get the full support of the Amish and they get it, through themselves more grapevine-y. And then the current plan, obviously, is the trustees do it. We have also talked to Sue Glick about maybe looking into the BMV doing it eventually. They would have to get little VIN numbers on their buggies, and then the BMV would send them a mailer like they send us mailers. I think my husband does all my plates.
And then get the state involved and they'll take all the money.
Yep.
Yeah, but they distribute it back too. So, I mean,
Yeah, sure.
um,
There's gonna be more paperwork involved if the state gets involved with it.
yeah, but it might
It'll
work a
cost
little
more money to
better
do
too.
it.
These are all the options we've looked into.
Yeah.
And then my 2 cents is what is best for the auditor, what is best for the highway, and what is best for the Amish. I get it, the trustees might be a little upset, but is it really? Yeah.
Okay, now you're taking from trustees, which we got about a dozen, and you're giving it to the Amish, which got, how many church districts are in the county?
That's a good question.
You got probably over 100. You're going to have probably a one person from each church district doing that. So now we're going to have 100 people handling money versus a dozen.
See, and
So what Paul wanted me to make sure,
Yeah.
talking with him, we had a good conversation, advocate. He would solely take responsibility for that. They're going to take volunteers. Really, their goal is to try to get us as much dollars for the roads as they can. And they feel by volunteering, that's a good way to contribute along with, price increase with the plates of what's appropriate. They just, sense of community is what he's really trying to bring together. So I guess ultimately it's up for you guys to
Yeah,
decide how to
I
proceed.
don't know. I mean, you're handling money. They have to have any kind of special training or they have to go through, since they're essentially working for the county.
Yeah, we have to have a contract with them like we have with the trustees. And then, I don't know how they have it set up to make sure that all the funds that are collected actually make it to the county.
So Paul came in and talked to me and I went over the process we use currently with the trustees. If I hand out 1,000 stickers, I get money back for 1,000 stickers or the unsold ones come back. At the end of the period, they either have had it sold or return the whole amount. We talked about dollars. He says he has access to an Excel. He'll turn in an Excel spreadsheet. This is what I sold. We make sure the money matches that. I really didn't see much difference. He said he would take it on. Sounded like the churches would sell. The money would go to Paul. Paul will be the one bringing it in. He'll be like deposit it and then write one check in for everything. He told me he'd commit to a 2-year at least to get it going, up and going. I didn't have any bad vibes or anything from it, just because when he asked me what's our audit process, and so I told him what we did, and he goes, "Oh, good." I mean, he was very receptive to that. He wants that check and balance. So as far as we're concerned, Paul would be the one with the contract, I'm assuming. I don't know if we'd have to have contract with everybody from every church or if it's his liability responsibility.
As long as, if he's willing to take it on, we just have it with.
Well, when he called me, he talked about setting it up as a business.
Mhm.
And then that way the businesses, everything comes to that, the contracts with the business, and then they would all have to report to him. And but he'd be the one heading it up for 2 years.
I don't know how liability would work at that point.
I have no
Probably
idea.
wouldn't be anybody to go after if it's a business that's only collecting these fees.
Mhm.
That would be my only
Yeah.
Yeah, you
concern.
lose a
layer.
Yeah.
Well, Paul and I met on this. We had quite a meeting on it. They have a very good plan. They've thought a lot of things out. I had some questions for him. I guess my biggest question is, Terry already asked one, how many churches? But is there anything wrong with our system now? Is there a reason to change?
I think,
We're going to gain a little bit more money. We sold at this point, we sold 11,434 plates this year. So we're checking out over $66,000 there, but, are we gonna gain anything making this change?
whatever that, the trustee cost is, other than that,
That's 66,000 about, that's,
Yeah.
well, and I get that.
And Paul did say he thinks they'll collect more.
Yeah, he told me too.
Because they're collecting from themselves, they know who
well,
has what, and when they come into
I've
buy.
always said if we get the sheriff's office to write a few tickets, we'd collect more. That's the problem. They won't go out and write tickets for these people who don't have plates on their buggies. If they went out and wrote 20, 30 tickets, we'd get more. But until they do that, nothing's going to change there. So sure, the churches, they may be able to shame them into getting more buggy plates and all that, but is it worth? I don't know. I mean,
Looking at the plates we sold, 22, 3, 4, and 5 so far, there's basically 5 townships affected. We have one that doesn't sell any plates. There's one that sells 37, one sells 60, 132, ending up to 2,576. But, they're all based in one area. I just wonder if it's worth going through the change. And then nothing against what the Amish are trying to do. It's a great plan, and I really appreciate the work they put into it and their thought. But why? We're not fixing anything. We're just making a change.
And then the only other thing we had is, one of the requirements is that the information is entered into database,
Mhm.
which is accessible by the sheriff's office, so they can identify whether it's an accident, loose buggy, whatever, they can figure out who owns that one. And Paul said they would get it entered on an Excel spreadsheet, but they wouldn't be able to enter it in the database. So that would put entering it on highway, unless we can upload the Excel sheet into the database. And I've talked with Mark just this morning. He said they should be able to upload an Excel spreadsheet. So whether it's a thumb drive that's going back and forth, or all the different technology things we can do, but it sounds like it would not put an undue burden on highway at this point. It would just be a matter of, it comes to us, we verify it, audit it, and then it gets uploaded.
Yeah,
do what?
because I feel if we had to input 11,000 buggy plates after all that's done,
Not that often.
for us, I don't think the cost is worth it at that point, because the data entry, the time it's going to take to do that accurately, I don't think that's a win, if that's something we would have to do later on.
So that was that's one of the whole reasons we have it, is so that we have that identification. But like I said, I talked to Mark this morning. He said it shouldn't be a problem. Or if we need to change what we're entering them into like a big Excel sheet, somehow, just as long as the sheriff's department has access, and then somebody can get the information entered.
Sure.
So,
It's an idea.
It's a good idea. Don't deny that.
I understand. I just don't,
See the necessity for it.
I don't know. What do you think, Pete?
I don't know, when he told me that he thought they could collect more,
Yeah, but how much more? I mean,
well, they don't know. I mean, but obviously I think, I don't know,
if we raise our buggy plates up,
well, that was the other thing he told me. He says if we do this, he thinks they should raise them too.
yeah, he was very receptive to that.
He told
well,
me-
I think we have to raise them no matter what.
Yeah.
I think, and personally, I think, we had that target of 300 at the end of 10 years. I think next year we go to 300.
I think the other thing we'll find out, in my opinion, is if they're the ones selling them and collecting, we won't get the complaints about the prices. If they're supportive of it, I don't think you're going to see the people whining that, well, we're paying too much. I don't think we will.
Well, they want their roads fixed. They want more money. As Paul says, we want more money in Aaron's pocket. I didn't agree with that, of course, but that's the way he put it. But if we want the roads fixed properly, we're gonna have to raise the buggy plates.
Oh, yeah.
Or to me, we get X amount of dollars in, we spend it, and that's it. We're done for the year.
For your information, the contract with the trustees, you have a 30-day.
Yep, 30 days.
renewals, but I believe it's March 1.
March 1,
The
automatic
contract start
renews.
date, so you'd have to know by the beginning of next year.
I think if you're gonna do this, you need to bring all the trustees in and talk to them, because I don't think you should just sit there and tell them, hey, we're done, and not give them a reason. But, because it's gonna affect a couple of them.
And that's a contract we have with them outside of their trustee duties.
Mhm.
It's separate. It's not part of their
Right.
job. something
It's
they
no
took
different
on.
than,
Yeah, but how long they been doing it?
A few years. But I'm just saying you're not taking a trustee's duties away because it's not a general township trustee duty. It's something special
On
contract we've entered
it's a
into.
private type thing.
Right. It's a separate, I just wanted to make sure that.
I
Yeah,
know we're
but
probably
one
not
case-
talking about price at this meeting. Something when we do talk about buggy cost, something else I think we should really talk about is the penalty if you're caught without the updated plate. It should be very severe, swift. I think that would get attention. I mean, it should be a big penalty. They should be fearful.
We increased that, didn't we?
We increased them
Increase
fees.
it, but if you don't update your plate, there should be a significant penalty for not updating your
If any
plate.
fine's been written.
Huh?
If any fine's been written.
That's
Any
the
tickets.
question.
I don't think there's not.
There's not been any tickets written for buggy plates that I know of.
But if they were
Yeah.
large enough, they would.
The fine is higher than not plating.
Yeah.
At this point, which is good. That's the incentive to plate, because if you get caught without it, it costs you more. If we increase the plate fee, we may have to revisit that.
But don't they have to go back if they don't haven't bought a plate for 3
Yeah.
years? They have to
They
go back, pay for 3
If they
years on
come
top of
into
that.
plate and have not renewed, but they didn't get caught by the police, then yes, we do go back and make them get
Okay.
last year's or go back up to 2
Pay for all
years.
those
The
plates.
same as the BMV does.
Just like we
Yeah.
have to do.
But if they get caught, they'd have to plate and they get the penalty as well. So
and-
it's incentive.
Not to throw a monkey wrench in it. But I had the idea, if you could still allow the township trustees to sell them, you wouldn't have to take it away from them, but you could give it, it'd be like an additional place where they could go and get them would be through their
They
church.
wouldn't go there. You know that.
I know that, that's why I said that.
The
But
Amish
you wouldn't
will-
have to necessarily take it away.
It's a rubber
We're
ridge.
asking to have a little better oversight of who is plating to make sure everybody in their community is plating. And I think that, I don't know because Paul's not here to talk to.
Yeah.
That was my impression.
I
Well,
talked,
they don't know unless they come up behind them, and they don't usually catch buggies from behind.
So as you know, we've got new plates for next year. They're changing the color.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna get
Yeah.
brand new metal plate, which is green. And then the year sticker is bright orange, so it should be highly visible. Anybody, you don't have to be right up on it like you do now. It should be.
I talked to
So
our,
hopefully,
Anything but plain, right?
I talked to the township trustee for my area up there, and he goes twice a week during the season. So all the schools in his area up there, and they spend, I think, 2 or 3 hours twice a week at those schools selling plates. And he gets asked, does this buggy need, or does this, and he tells them all, any animal drawn vehicle has to have a plate on it. So, but he can't make them, and that's where the sheriff's office comes into play. But until we get them to target that area,
Yeah, that's.
it's not that difficult to do.
No, I agree, but I think that's gonna be the issue, is getting them to do it.
But it's not hard to do.
No, it's not.
Looking at buggy plates sold to date, the 5 top, the lowest at $6 per plate, the lowest one is 10 grand. And it goes up to almost 20,000. So you're gonna have some very upset people if we pull those. Of course, they're all in Terry's area, so we're not gonna worry about it.
Just one of them.
2 of them are mine. I
I don't know. I just don't
there's no
know.
reason to change.
Yeah, I just don't, at this point, I don't see a reason to change it, but we can bring it up and
I'll do whatever you guys want.
Convenience would be one, because they're a lot closer. And next year, the Newberry Township trustee's not selling, so it's the Eden Township's gonna take over Newberry. So I'm sure she's going to go to spots, but if if they don't hit one of those dates, and she can't mail because they're metal plates next year, there's gonna be a little more
Logistics.
effort, to get a new plate next year. Stickers you can mail, but the plates you can. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Next year's gonna be a little bit different. We've got 3
Yeah,
pallets
Jeff.
of plates.
Are there any non-Amish plates that are sold?
It's horse drawn, so it's not Amish. If it's horse drawn.
It's all animal drawn vehicles.
So it would be, so there's a possibility that there would be non-Amish that are,
It's possible.
It's possible. I haven't seen any.
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking like maybe some of the tourism things that they have.
Well, all the tourism ones in Shipshewana all have plates on them,
Yeah, they're all contracted.
but they do buy the plate for it and everything. But you're talking about like an English person got a buggy.
Yes.
I haven't seen any.
But they should plate as well because it's horse drawn. It's
Yeah.
not Amish,
I'd like to
it's
see them on
horse-drawn.
all these buggy carts going
If it's on
around.
the road.
You're supposed to be.
Go
We
to
should just
school.
do per hoof.
Not one of them has that I've seen. These kids are going to
I
school.
don't know, not a horse person, no. They
No, they're
terrify me.
supposed to have, the Amish kids are supposed to have them on their carts and everything, and they don't have, two-wheel carts and buggies and all that, but that's what it said, you know, you get the sheriff's office to write tickets.
No disagreement there.
Do you want this on Monday as an agenda item or you want to wait for a while?
Talk to, somebody want to meet with Paul?
Well, I don't want to put on the agenda Monday, because I think at the very least, you gotta talk to all the township trustees
Mhm.
on that, because you're,
I know what blindside them.
no, and if there was really a problem, I could see, but we're only gonna gain the money we pay them for the plates.
And I guess, listening to you folks, I don't understand why they wouldn't want to sell plates. At $6 each, they,
Oh, the Amish? They wouldn't collect the
no,
money.
the trustees.
Oh, the trustees, yeah, they want to.
I've only
She's
had
just talking, taking over 2
trustees
townships. That's,
not want to do it.
Only 2, yeah. That's it. I think they want to.
yeah, I do too. But she said that lady's gonna take over two townships. That's 4,900 plates. About 30 grand a year. Not bad.
I think I need to be a
And we-
trustee.
And we supply the plates.
Yeah, she's gonna, I mean, she's gonna have to work for that.
She's doing a service. Oh,
I don't
she
know.
is.
I'm in the wrong.
But her work is very accurate.
Your
It's
husband
her own
is
township trustee. I mean, when it comes in, it's like,
She's helping us out
I'm
doing
amazed.
it.
During tax
Well,
Well, you're gonna
season.
pay somebody anyways.
And her husband's a deputy.
Oh, I'd know that.
Yeah.
We should be stopping them.
Well, he's a detective, but I just think we need to have a conversation with the sheriff.
Does Van Buren do?
Van Buren sells.
Chief
So
Miller up
Bloomfield
there.
and Newberry don't.
Okay.
I'm looking over.
Eden's gonna take over Newberry. And you guys take.
Okay. Well,
And Greenfield doesn't sell any,
At this time, no.
yeah,
If there are any up there, there must be going to a different township to get them,
which is a no-no.
which is a no-no.
Okay, go away. It's
But
my turn.
I don't know if anybody's up there or not. I haven't heard.
Okay, so just me now. Community crossings is submitted as a Monday? I think it did Monday. The plans are being reviewed. They're already done, so our turnaround will be quickly and hopefully by the end of the year.
Just clarify, which project is that?
That is 200 north from 450 west to State Road 9, 250 west from 50 north to 200 north, and 75 north from 75 east to 200 east. All structural overlays.
Okay. The second one, you said 250 west
Yes,
from,
50 north to 200 north.
okay, thank you.
I just sent all that to Kay this morning too. And then are we having an executive meeting after or no? Question mark.
Is there? Yes.
Okay, can I be on that agenda? Thanks.
I guess.
I guess.
I guess that's what
You got anything else, Aaron?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I thought so.
Got two things for the agenda, please. I did pass out the packet. The first one is requesting a purchase for a Tommy gate installed on our other service truck. It is an older one, but it runs good. We got a new service body on it a few years ago. Primarily, if we get a tire call, lifting those tires up in the back of that truck, it's a nightmare. So we do got the funding for this. So that amount is $7,697, and they can install it for us in a couple days if we're given the go ahead. The second thing for the agenda is an ordinance I worked with Ben on for a special purchase for the bucket truck. Basically, with the situation we're in, needing it in a timely manner because we're one storm away from not being prepared as we would like. We're going to ask that you accept this and sign the quote so we can hold this unit and get it from North Carolina to our location in a timely manner.
Do they hold it now for you?
They are tentatively holding it now. Nothing's been signed, just
No,
some
I know, I just-
verbal, verbal.
Don't want to sign this Monday and find out that they
Yep.
don't have it.
Nope, it's still there, and they're waiting on our signature to hold that spot. Council did approve the funding, so we're good, but I think Tony has the ordinance.
Say we got all the exceptions in there.
Yep, the quote in there, and then my legal statement of why it's kind of warranted. So those would be two agenda items. And then one thing that's administrative is closing date for the compost. Can we pick a date and decide when you want to close down your compost site?
To the end of November.
I thought so. I thought like December 1st, because with all the leaves falling and everything.
How about the 26th of November?
Is that a Saturday?
It's Wednesday. It's the day before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
December 1st is the following Monday.
well, because he's there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I figured whatever his last day would be there on a Saturday.
You might want to leave it open that Saturday after. You might get people.
I'd say
Because of
like
that weekend, I don't know.
the 29th of
Be the
November.
last day then.
Mhm.
The last
You'll get
Saturday.
Thursday and Friday off anyways, right?
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving, but then Saturday, he may get a bunch of people. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, you're only talking 30 days from now. There's still a lot of leaves on the trees.
There's still a lot of these.
Hit it hard
He
next
doesn't get
spring.
paid holidays because he's part-time, so he may.
Oh, maybe he'll
on
want to work
and
Friday.
Saturday, yeah.
He might want to work Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
If he does, I don't see a problem with it.
No, we keep it open then and
So November 29th would be the last day.
yeah.
I think so.
Now, if there's a storm or something comes through, an ice storm or something, you may have to.
Have a special instead of hours.
We got one of the building department guys to help open it up and then man it while we get stuff in there.
We could put Jenny out there. It's very relaxing.
She had to cover.
And he has agreed to help you plow snow with. pickup,
Correct.
too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once that
He's
subsided.
done for 20-something years.
Yep.
Knows what he's doing. All right.
So 29th, we're thinking of November.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's it. Thank you.
Aaron, what about the slag purchase? What are we doing with that?
We got it. We're going to resolicit it after talking with Kurt just for the item 7A.
Okay.
And I think it's the December 1st or 3rd commissioner meeting. I don't have my paperwork. It's the first commissioner meeting. I did check with Merrill to see if there's availability. I think it's 9 a.m. on, it's the 1st or 3rd of December, December 1.
Send me a copy of your
It
ad.
looks like it's-
Yep, we're gonna actually put it out tomorrow. No, Friday, today's Wednesday, to the paper, so it's ran on time.
And then, yeah, just send me a copy of that, and then you can send it directly to them as well if you want.
Okay.
And
Yep.
tell them Just mail it a day earlier.
Oh, somebody didn't get it in time.
Our slag provider, missed it prematurely.
By a couple hours.
Oof.
Yep.
That could be a costly mistake.
We didn't have any other bids on that, thankfully. That's it. Thank you.
Sheila?
Morning. I sent Ben a contract. It's the Fiddler Software Life Cycle Renewal. I've not heard back from him as to whether it was
Yeah. he-
good to go.
Yep, said it looked good.
Okay.
Small price increase of like less than 2% or approximately 2%.
Okay.
And it's a 5-year deal,
Okay.
just like the last one.
And that will actually be presented by IT as they're the ones who pay the software contract fees. But if you had any questions, I just try to answer them
2%
for you.
increase, that's pretty nice. That's
Yeah.
not big.
It's hardly worth writing down.
So you're gonna be here Monday then for,
I will be here Monday if you have
All right.
questions.
is that gonna come to old business or is that gonna,
We'll just make it an agenda item.
you just like making that agenda item real long?
It spaces things out for it. Gives them more time.
Yeah. She says we go too fast anyway, so.
When I go back, it's easier to see it if it's listed
Uh-huh.
out.
You know, there's software out there that they record all this stuff and put notes for you and tells you who's talking and all that, and
I've seen some of those.
it works really well.
Sure.
Only in Shipshawana.
It may have to in 2 years.
1 year from now.
Okay, well, you know what I'm
Just
saying.
keeping track.
Kim, we only see you when you want something, so.
She didn't hear that.
No, she didn't. She's ignoring
I
me.
think she did.
This is called selective hearing.
I think I gave my paper to Kay. I'm just, want to be put on the, oh no, here it is. On the agenda to pay the invoice for our scanning project that we've been doing this year. It's $34,084.21, which we have the money to pay it. I just wanted to get approval to pay the invoice.
Did you get approval on this to sign the contract for it?
Mhm.
Then you shouldn't have to come in to ask for that. You can just,
But
once they
so if
approve the
it's-
contract and the
Yeah.
price and
Oh, so I don't have to
it
get
didn't
that?
change
Okay,
from the quote?
No.
Then you shouldn't have to come.
Okay.
in.
sounds good. Thank you.
Here's your budget.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Gary.
I got a call last week, ours to LaGrange County, they wanted to put those, like they do every year, those great big 4x8 sheets of plywood.
Christmas
up.
cards.
Looks like Christmas cards. They're called early this year and they won't do it until after Thanksgiving, but normally I always just say, yeah, go ahead and do it. But I just want to run it by you guys. Make sure it's okay.
Out on the courthouse lawn?
They're gonna put spikes in or stakes or anything?
No, nope, everything's done with sandbags. So,
They've always done it.
I mean, they've always done it, so
It looks nice.
never hurt nothing.
No, I don't have a problem with it,
Okay.
as long as there's no flea markets up there.
Okay. And the second,
That's admin, so he doesn't have to cover it.
No, we
We
don't have
don't
money
need
for
that.
that.
and the second thing I got, you guys got an email from Jenny about the gazebo
Yep, the ordinance.
stuff that was created in 2018. And I read through it and made some changes. Jenny's made some changes. So with your permission, if you look on the first page there, you know, we talk about no stakes and no bouncy houses, flea markets and things like that. And, if you guys got any feedback on that, I did go through some of the pricing on that. And I did increase some of the fees to $10 to $20, you know, instead of paying $25, I think it was, for a whole week. I got $100 on there, you know. And I brought this in just to show you that this is what happens when you have bouncy houses.
Mm-hmm.
and I hit that with a lawnmower. So I'm pretty sure everybody in LaGrange County heard me that day.
Probably not the sound of the lawnmower they heard.
Two. But when you're mowing along and you hit that with your mower, now I've got a big gouge in my blade, which or did have. I got it out now. But that's why we don't have bouncy houses. Found their lost stake. So it does a number on blades.
Well, and other things.
So, but yeah, with your permission, I'd like to work with Kurt's office and so we can get this summed up, get it taken care of. And that way we can start fresh beginning of the year.
Yeah, you can get this to Kurt's office, have him go over it and
Okay.
make all the changes and
Now, how do you guys feel about, I know we talked about churches and things like that and politics. I think, in my opinion, I don't think we should allow that, but that's your
if you allow
opinion.
politics, you're gonna have the no kings crap out there on the courthouse.
I agree.
Because they would have been there because they were on the sidewalk and that's what they wanted. They asked before about doing that and really didn't want to get involved in it. I don't think that's the place for it. So, I mean, if you do it for one, you gotta do it for everybody. I just don't think the courthouse is the place to have all that stuff there. I mean, I travel around and see a lot of courthouses out there, really small towns and that we go to and everything. And I've never seen festivals and bouncy houses and things like that on the courthouses. And I see monuments and memorials and things like that, but I don't see what we see around here when they want to put up stuff on ours. I just don't think it's a place for it. But these are the two guys may think different.
No, I don't. I agree.
Yeah, we don't need to have bouncy houses and all that kind of stuff. There's no reason for it.
That there's a liability.
Well, just look at the stake they left out there.
Yeah.
Now, they say they're not going to put stakes in the ground when they put these tents in that, but you can't tell if it gets windy. They're going to put something to hold that down.
Well, and the problem is, in my opinion, the the people that are hosting the event aren't putting up the bouncy houses. They have some other company
Yeah.
come in and they can tell them, but those people are going to be like, well, we're protecting our equipment. It's not our butt on the line. It's yours.
They would.
It becomes an issue. So, I don't.
Yeah, just work to get this ordinance and then we'll look at it when it's completed and
Cool.
go from there.
All right. Thank you.
Do you want to give him permission on Monday to look at Kurt's office?
Yeah.
Gary, I still want to get to you some ideas about, we know that we were talking about remodeling the downstairs here.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't talked to these guys yet, but I think there's some ideas we could come up with that would make it safer. It would be more of a remodel than just a
The
facelift.
main floor or the
The
basement?
main floor.
The main floor. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean, we've had, the concerns that, should we have metal detectors and this and that because of the way the windows and stuff are set up. I'm thinking we could adjust some of that and make it a lot safer. So we'll see.
Do that.
Unfortunately, it won't be as cheap as the facelift you wanted to do.
No. No. What's your idea? Any ideas?
Well, one is
You don't discuss.
I wouldn't discuss that at a public meeting.
okay.
Okay.
If it's going to involve security, do that.
Yeah, that's probably not. Yeah, I mean they'll see it when they walk in, but
Gotcha.
Yeah. But you can get with them and.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else, Gary?
Nope.
All right.
Gary, here's your budget.
Mary?
when people come in to sign that, is there any way you can have that thing just kind of like hanging there or laying so they can see it? Use it as your paperwork for the paper they have to sign.
So we have raised $8,200 in grants and donations. Excuse me. Plus the park board has approved spending $4,000 out of our non-reverting fund. We still have money coming in. So I would like your permission to spend. I don't know if we need to set a dollar amount because I don't know how much we're going to be getting still in donations. But I would like permission to spend whatever we get in donations on the Trail of Lights. I mean, if I can set a dollar amount.
You can do an up to.
Yeah, if you do
Yeah.
up to, and
Based on the funding you receive.
what did we get last year?
Last year we had like 30,000. We're not going to get that much this year, but
So maybe 15
I
or
would
20?
say 20. we have, like I said, 12,200 already, and we've had a bunch pledged and they're still coming in.
Have you
so.
done the chicken thing yet?
No, we canceled that because we could not find
Chicken?
volunteers.
Should have done ducks. There's a bunch of dead ones.
We had lots of chicken. I mean, we had it ordered, but we canceled it. We could not get volunteers to do the driving. And so,
That stinks. That would have been a good fundraiser.
yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah, just come Monday and we'll do an up to
okay,
for you.
all right.
Your budget? Thank you. Thank you.
Jenny? Robbie?
I don't really have anything for Monday unless you do. The rezone. Just
No.
wanted to give you a little more additional information on it.
I'll just hand it down.
Yep, that's fine.
I do have a question on the copy for you, and I think you'll be able to answer it perfectly fine. Since it's B3,
Mhm.
if they put it into a PUD, could he still do what he wants to do there? Not the owner now, but the one that wants to buy it. Like if he would develop a PUD on there, could he?
He could, they could have business at the front and residential. A PUD is usually split zoning.
Right.
So you usually see them residential and industrial or residential and business or a combination of all the three. So
So-
PUD could be done, but with the PUD, they like to know what is going to happen there.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm just thinking that it wouldn't have to change zoning, and he could
Correct.
the buyer could still do
Well,
what he
PUD
wants.
does change the zoning. It would be zoned as a planned unit development.
Okay, but
so,
yeah.
yeah. But on the first one I gave you is just up close. The standard property is outlined in blue. And you can see the property all around it. And then the second one I gave you is just zoomed out. It just shows you the State Road 9 corridor.
Mhm.
And then at the last meeting, there was nothing mentioned about a density or animal feeding operations. You were going to ask the plan commission. to
Yeah,
look
then,
into that.
did you guys get that email from Sherry about the right to farm thing? What's that for? Was that for, because we was talking about density?
I didn't see it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought she sent it to everybody.
She may have. I haven't seen it yet.
It was,
I read through it and had to do with a nuisance, like if an existing farming operation is there and somebody moves in closer, they can't say that's now a nuisance.
Correct.
I was gonna say, I think once something's established.
Right. It wasn't to
can't
say
change
as
it
much
on
can
them.
come in. It was existing there
Right.
prior.
It's like if I had 2 chicken barns and they wanted to build a housing development all the way around it, they couldn't say, well, you have
Well,
to.
and
get
they
rid-"
have to meet the setbacks from it. too,
Right, yeah.
so.
I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's timing.
I didn't know.
I think that's a timing thing, but
But I thought we did say something about that
Not
density.
at the meeting, we didn't. We've talked about it at staff.
you have to do it on,
Just looked at
you
it.
have to do that.
No,
on-
well, we'll bring it up Monday then. We put,
Some type of reminder there. And I didn't know if you had any questions on this. I
I'll
was
meet
just
with
giving you
him.
More
I'm
information.
meeting with him tomorrow, the owner of the property tomorrow.
Mhm.
He wants to talk to me because I said, yeah, I got a couple questions for him and that, so. But
Well, I thought maybe this would just help give you a little more
yeah,
information. about
the
state
property's
road
been
corridor.
for sale forever. And the problem, the problem I see is that who's going to pay for the sewer to go up there for a big business? You're looking at a big chunk of change.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, coming from the south, north or coming from the south. I mean,
You would think the utility district would pay for it.
I was gonna say,
I
the
would think
utility
so, but-
district has come south now from their existing plant. They've gone to Howe. And at some point, I could see where they would finish up
but
down the State Road
I
9
can't,
corridor.
yeah, I'd be surprised if they pay for that. That's across the river. I think that was a holdup.
Why don't they take it from there to LaGrange? LaGrange has excess capacity now.
Who's going to
And
pay
that's
for it?
another
No, I know,
LaGrange
LaGrange
ain't
is
gonna
not
pay
gonna
for
pay
it.
for that. I know. But I don't understand that one.
And I don't know what it costs to take sewer under the river, I mean, I don't know.
Through the river?
I think that would probably be a fight, with that river right through there with the sewer, but they have it up north going across Pigeon, don't they? Or what's the river up Fawn River? Don't they have it up there going across that? They don't?
I don't know.
Okay. No, Alf back there shaking his head no, so,
I mean, in all honesty, they can bore under there. They can bore right under the river.
They can, but I mean, if Al's shaking his head no, so.
Well, they can't.
They don't allow anything to cross the rivers. Something that Ivan is always against that. Because it's some kind of, leaking or something. Now
Yeah.
they have that leaking to the rivers. And this is why they're never allowed to be crossing this, especially.
So it'd have to come from LaGrange.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna pay for it, and I don't know how business could afford it.
They'll service, they'll let you dump into their system if you
Oh,
want.
yeah.
For 'em.
Greenmark paid to have water ran out there.
Yeah, they did. I don't know. I'm meeting with them tomorrow. I'll have more information on Monday
Okay.
on this.
You study, it's an ag.
You guys want to bring this up Monday or?
Okay, just-
Animal feeding operation.
Basically.
I think it should stay, because they can build 14 homes on there if we change it. No way.
Well, and that's why I said he could do, if it's sold, it could still be done as a planned unit development where you can have business and housing, which is what they want. But that way it's planned out and
They have to
you can limit how much,
stick to what they say too, yeah.
I don't know.
PUD's nice. Right.
Jason? Did they get the Trucial thing taken care of?
It's in process.
He's been served.
Because I got a phone call on it. Wanted to know why the judge's signature wasn't on it. It was just mine.
Oh, because it's because it's a county project.
I know. I didn't know the answer. I told him to either call you or you.
Told
So,
me.
okay. I
No,
said-
it's just getting him served so that he knows that he's got a hearing date coming up. You're not removing him today. So one of the neighbors was pretty fired up, but
Yeah, she's,
officer apologized. When I called her back, she was like, nope, he apologized. Everything's taken care of. Thank you for calling back. So hearing set for December 2nd.
Is that a nuisance property?
yeah,
Well, it's a county property.
It's county property now.
Sale.
we got it.
Oh.
He's still living in it.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah. It's not a real good location. I mean, places run down. But the lady that called me, she wanted us to give it back to him. I said, we took it because it's a mess. I can't tell you what to tell her, but
well, and didn't pay taxes. That's how we ended up.
no,
with
he
it.
didn't pay taxes and everything else. And
Right. Is that the one up on the lake?
Yeah, I got two of them up there, and neither one of them, they refused to hook up to.
Mhm.
so it just-
yeah, they didn't hook up the
Can't
sewer.
imagine living in either one of them.
Mm-mm.
God knows what he's doing with that aspect.
Yeah, I don't know where the sewer net's going up there.
Theory.
A lot of water out there.
Mhm. All right, Jerry? Kim? Mark? Jeff?
Yeah.
I want to hear this one.
Purdue has an annual agreement that they have the county sign each year. And so I was going to bring that for you folks to sign. I'm not sure what the procedure is, whether I need to bring it to you formally at a meeting or.
Yeah,
or-
has to brought up in the regular
Okay,
meeting. We have to approve it and all that good stuff, so.
Gotcha.
Do you have any updates on the birds?
On the avian
Yeah,
flu?
yeah.
Right
Two
now,
more.
we are at 7 barns in the county. 3 of them are egg producers, the others are ducks. There's 2 just on the other side of the county line in Elk.
Yeah, Bill sent an email. I got 2 more.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's anything since then or not.
It's all in that southwest corner.
Yeah, they're the circles that they draw around each of those properties. All the circles extend into Noble and Elkhart counties
Mhm.
too. So
There's so many barns down that area.
Have they determined, is it coming through any kind of supplier, a feed thing, or?
pretty sure it's migrating birds, particularly ducks. Ducks have a tendency to be able to
Mhm.
survive the virus better than chickens and turkeys. And so they believe they're coming in. How it's getting into the barn,
It almost makes me wonder if
That's
it's
very-
not like starlings or something else
Well,
carrying it.
Didn't you think it was cats?
one of the things is cats.
Uh,
You know, if you drive through the country, you always see cats out there in the pasture
mhm.
hunting, squatted down. And if there's sick birds flying around and they crash land in a field nearby, the cats can either eat that or drag it into the barn, and they believe that that's happening. Cats are susceptible. They can die from the virus, but they can live quite a while before they die. They actually had a cat at one of the farms in Michigan, a dairy farm in Michigan that contracted the virus. And a worker at that dairy farm every evening would go home, take his work clothes off, his boots off, and in the mud room. And that's how the cat at his house got exposed to it. And the cat died at his house without ever having visiting the farm. So they're reasonably certain that cats probably have something to do with it, plus the migrating birds. So yeah, it's been, but thank goodness they've got a very professional organization. BOA is very professional. They do a good job at cleaning things up and checking things out.
Jeff, do you know how many ducks and chickens are involved in this?
The chickens now with 3 barns, there's probably around 20,000 birds per barn in the egg production facilities, and the ducks probably vary between 1,500 to 2,500 ducks per barn.
Per barn. Okay.
So yeah.
And they take them off and they just incinerate them?
No, they don't incinerate them. They bury them. They compost them. They will go in with a humane method of killing the birds.
Gas.
They basically foam them. They have a foamer. Actually, Culver's built their own foamer a few years ago, and it puts foam in the building, and the birds smother very quickly. And then they will go in and take those birds out. They dig a big hole. They lay a layer of manure down and sawdust, put a layer of birds in, and they put layers in there, and then they let it compost. Within 6 months, it's down to nothing. So,
Interesting.
so
Didn't it get rid of the disease too that way?
yeah, they will go in the building thereafter, and they will hose it down, and it does a pretty good job. They've been able to repopulate within a few months. So, but yeah, it's kind of disruptive to that particular family, and of course there's movement gets restricted right there in the immediate vicinity of that area, and any kind of traffic coming in and out. But there's a tendency for some, especially with the ducks, since they do tend to not be as sick as chickens. There's a tendency for people to want to go ahead and try to salvage them, but they don't allow that. So
Expensive.
yeah, it's
Very expensive.
yeah. And as you know, if you drive around our community, there's also a lot of backyard flocks. Chickens running loose all over the place, and that's a little scary. Because
If you want us to review the agreement, we'll need a copy of it. I haven't
Oh.
seen it yet.
You want to get a copy of the agreement to Kurt's office?
I can do that. I actually had one here, and then I spilled coffee on it back there, so I'm going to have to do something about that.
If you don't have his email, you can send it to me and I'll forward it.
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Alf? Zach?
You're in the spotlight.
I see that. I just wanted to come back up and retouch and revisit on what I mentioned last staff meeting on my proposal to move to a cream drain fund for the drainage board. I know you guys had some questions and hesitancies about it, but I'd at least like the opportunity to present it to council and talk to them and see if it's something that they're definitely on board with. We don't have to worry about it all, but it's something that if they could find me money and we can switch to that. I talked to Jeff Peters. It'd actually be a tax decrease because we'd be pulling off the drain tax and we can't raise our property tax anymore. So we'd have to get creative on how we do that. That's really council's job if they could do that. If not, not in the world, but at least have the opportunity. I don't know, since Tony's here, he's been working alongside with us kind of looking into it. Do you have any questions for Tony while he's here? Or myself?
All right now, I think we will have.
It'll be up to council if they want to do it or not.
You guys would have the official passing the ordinance to change it if the council could find the money. I just don't want to get, if I go to work to find the money and say, I don't want to approve it. I don't want to go that route either, you know? You guys don't have to, how should I say that?
There it is.
I don't know if I need a recommendation or formal recommendation, Tony, to them to go to council or not.
I think,
Okay.
that's what we talked about, is
Yeah.
a recommendation from the commissioners to go and talk to the council about it. And then if the council approves it.
Or
you guys
finds
would
it
have to
or
pass the ordinance.
at least with the opportunity after all the work you put in, because I think it's something long-term to look at. Now, how we get there, I got a few other questions even for Sue Glick, but I at least want to talk to the council and get them thinking about it. And if we can't do it this year, maybe next year or in the future, at least something to look into to get the ball rolling. Because if we don't, it's just going to get more this county's changing drastically, and it's not going to get easier for to maintain the tiles and ditches at a productive level, I guess. It's hard even for Sam and Corey sometimes. When somebody comes to the office and they want something fixed or whatever, here's all this paperwork you have to do. I can't even do my job quickly or productively. It takes a year or two to even get started, and all the burdens falls on landowners. It's difficult. If the population in the county was lower or wasn't so settled in some areas, what we're doing now would probably be just fine. It's just the way the demographics and the landscape has changed and continues to change. I mean, you talk to Robbie and Jason, they're just in tune as I am as how much things are changing around this county on an exponential level, not just a slow, gradual pace. It's just something I like to do. If you guys have any questions, I'd like to address them.
It doesn't raise taxes, but don't we have to yank it out of someplace else to help pay for it?
Potentially, yep. Or offset it. When I talked to Jeff, there's ways to offset it. I know with SB 1, everybody's all worried about it. That's a concern. But it's something I feel it's still worth looking into for me to do my job productively, efficiently, and not so, I guess, I don't know. If you saw the process we had to go through, like, this is ridiculous to fix a $1,500 patch or job. It's just, it's not realistic. Back in 1920, I mean, when things move slow, but we're in a time where even the people are like, why can't you do this faster? Why can't you do this? Like, well, the way we operate with the current drain system, this is what we have to go through. And it's like, well, you should change that. And I'm like, well, not so easy, but I guess I can try. I used to be one of those people that used to complain to county officials why they couldn't do something quicker. Now I'm one of those county officials that can't do it very quickly. But
What you guys want to do?
I don't think we can do anything in this meeting.
No,
No.
I mean, you want to bring it up Monday for a vote to send it to council or not?
Oh, I don't care. I mean, we can do that. That's up to
Need
you.
to make a decision one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that we need, and I haven't gotten any questions. I just started writing them down because I need to do this, get them to Zach, what the questions that I thought we had about it.
Yeah.
But
I will
mean,
tell you what I do
bring it
know.
before
If you guys have any
Monday.
questions right now,
Well, just with the towns, are they willing to pay, like sign an agreement like we have with code enforcement where they pay?
we got one
for-
town manager right here. We can ask him.
Not here, I can't.
Not taking that hat off. put a
No,
different hat on.
no.
So
Or you run out there and sit down.
if I just want to build a chance to go in for the council. If you want more stuff, Pete, I need you to write me those
Yeah.
questions to me
Yeah.
so I can go to the towns and get specific questions to those townspeople.
I mean, for the town, my biggest question is if there's like Fly Creek comes through the middle of town, if that has to be dredged, are they going to pay for it?
They don't have to.
Because they don't have to in this new
we don't have to
proposal.
clean it. The drainage board don't have to clean it either.
Right, but that's going to affect everybody upstream of it. If that I understand what you're saying.
Well, actually, it'll probably
But-
affect people in town first because we'll clean it all the way up to here.
Mm.
A big slug of water and it'll stop here.
Right, and then it backs up going
Kind of.
south.
But it'll overflow eventually and start cutting some. As far as I know, in Elkhart County, we did it. They've said usually the towns come to them and want stuff done. And the drainage board says, well, we need some input if you guys want this done because we don't mind pitching in because it benefits us, but we're not going to pay for the whole thing scot free.
And
So-
Elkhart does enter a local agreement each
Yeah.
time. And so they divvy up whether it was, they said it's sometimes 50-50, 60-40, 70-30. It just depends on the project
Mhm.
as to how much Cume Fund pays and how much the town pays.
Yeah, that's my biggest, that between that and where will the money will come from, because it's got to come out of something.
Correct.
Those are my two
That's-
main concerns, because
That's where we get creative, where the council figures out. That's why I have some ideas myself as well. So I want to present it to them. If it's somehow feasible or can work with it or step towards it, then at least I think, are making a step. This is not just for me while I'm here. It's for
Right.
people come after me. It's like, wow, because it is burdensome to have to go through this. And I get a lot of people wonder, why does this take so long? Or why you have to go through this stuff? And I'm like, this is the current situation we operate in.
government.
Huh?
It's government. It's meant to go slow, so we don't
Correct.
make as many
think
mistakes.
I think back in 1982 or 1995 or 1998, it was a different environment we worked in.
Yeah, but it still takes time. I mean, that's the whole point is you have to have everybody on the same page
The-
because
the-
you're
the
affecting
difference-
a lot of people.
Correct. The difference is, Pete, on certain parts of the county where we have a watershed where I need 10% of the benefit of landowners to sign a petition, where they used to go get 3-4 landowners, they have to get 30.
Mhm.
And it's put a hell of a burden. That's the burden part of it too, is the sheer amount of people in the county. So,
I mean,
and it's one of those things where some people aren't paying anything and are benefiting greatly. This ain't a perfect system. I'll admit it. I'm not all for it, but I'm more for it against it, given our
when you
current
say
situation.
people aren't paying anything but are benefiting from it, how is that possible? Because if they're in a watershed, they have to pay for it.
So, correct, Pete. To a certain point, yes. But when
No,
we,
that's the
Yeah.
state law.
correct. What I'm telling you here is there's people that benefit greatly and pay $10, and people
Right.
who don't benefit that much and pay 10,000.
Right, but they're all in the same watershed. Now, yes, does it directly affect their property? Yes, but it affects all of them, and that's why it's divvied out the way it is.
Yeah.
Right?
If you want to come to the office, I'll run you through the whole.
No, I know how. I mean, I know how it works. I'm not.
Well,
I don't
if
need
you know
to
how it
come-
works, I mean, I'd like to explain it to you in detail at the office if you want to look over of what it takes. You know, I mean, why I'm looking into this. I'm not looking into this for no reason. It's not like it just came up out of my pulls on my hat. You know, I looked into it years ago. And I'm like,
I know, but you're sitting here arguing with me on questions that I'm asking. You tell me, ask you questions, and then you just sit
Yeah,
here and
they-
argue with me about them.
some people benefit. Okay, for example, I don't pay a drain fee over in Eaton Township. I benefit from it because I drive over there and the roads aren't flooded. I drive through it. I still benefit, and I don't pay one dime in Eaton Township for drainage.
Well, go ahead and we'll bring it up Monday and we'll decide whether or not we'll send it to the council with positive recommendation or not. So,
Positive, neutral, or whatever
whatever.
you guys want to.
so.
You guys have any questions between now and then?
Yeah, Zach,
I
do
don't.
you have any idea how much cume, if you went to this system, would bring in versus what you bring in now?
I can get that for you. I can email it to you. So I can this meeting.
Okay,
I don't know.
appreciate
I
that.
know. I don't know off my head, but I can give it to you real
All right.
quick here.
Thank you. And I need to talk to you. Mr. Chuck called me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got, Kathy?
Mr. Hayes, Community Corrections,
Yeah.
is going to be on your agenda. He's questioning where to dump the trash that's from LaGrange County roadside cleanup.
I don't know how often they come over here and clean up and that, and I don't know where.
Where have they always? Where
The
they
landfill, but they're charging them now down to landfill. They're,
Shit.
Yeah, the problem there is they're not supposed to take anything from business or government, which blows my mind.
yeah.
But I get it because it's taxpayer funded and it's supposed to be for the taxpayer, not government or business.
So we either got to have a dumpster for them to dump it in or dump it in the county-owned dumpsters that we got somewhere around or
We're gonna
something.
pay for it either way, though. Correct?
But they won't let them dump down there because they're a government entity.
Right, yeah.
The biggest thing I see with it is, are they only going to dump what they collect off of ours? Or is it,
That's a question. I don't.
County.
and I'm not saying they're doing the
No,
other,
no.
I'm just, it's a question. Are we only accepting the trash they collect on ours or is it others? I don't know.
I guess this question, ask him on Monday.
The volume would be, if it's 20 bags versus 200 bags.
Well, is it just
of trash.
bags, but is it like mattresses and other junk too? I don't know.
There's tires, everything's out there.
Yeah, there's
But I
all kinds
believe
of stuff out there.
currently, all of LaGrange trash is being taken into Steuben County, and they've been handling.
They've
it
been
there
handling it.
because they can't dump it at a landfill. They've been taking it there, so Steuben County's pushing back now, going, "It's your trash.
They want some funding for it or something, basically.
They want us to take care of our own trash."
It's either that or have them stop doing it. I mean,
Are they, where are they? Are they doing it on like State Road 9? Are they doing it on
I think
5? Are they doing
I've
it
seen
on
one.
county roads? I don't know
county
what.
roads, they're all over.
I didn't know where all they
See
did
them out
it.
there once in a while.
I've never been a big fan of the program in the first place because it took away from the sheriff's department's
Communities. Or
work release program because they use it as a bargaining tool for the courtroom. Instead of having to go sit in jail, I can stay at home and just do this program over here, or go over there and stay in their place over there, make them money over there, but we don't get any money over here. So I've never been a fan of the program from day one. So, and I've made that perfectly clear to Mr. Hayes on several occasions.
So
Just-
he'll be here
We need to
Monday,
discuss it
just
then.
to-
Well, I mean, the program's there. It's not going anywhere because it's something that the court system's like using. Because it's just another way of, plea bargain stuff down. Well, we'll put you in this program over here where you can stay at home. We'll come out and check on you a couple times a week or whatever. And you can live at home instead of paying the work release and staying in our jail where you should be for the crime you committed. It's all about the criminals. It's not about the victims anymore. So, anything else, Kathy?
I think that's all I have that I can think of right now. Thank you.
You covered all my stuff.
Oh, we did?
Looks like it.
Okay. You guys got
I don't
anything?
know anything else.
We had capital improvement meeting Monday morning, and I think we got everything straightened out that okay.
I'll be going over the list with Tony so he can get it in
Okay.
the ordinance, but it will not be ready for Monday. So plan for, ready for council at their meeting, and then you guys will get it at your the second meeting in November.
Sounds good. All right, I have nothing else.
Do it on Monday.
Anything else I had to?
Oh, sheriff's prisoner reimbursement, are we ready for that?
Nope.
Okay.
Where are we at with the, your new building progress?
We're waiting on Bob's email or information.
Yeah, he said the quote stands, that he's still working on the other two questions that were asked.
Okay.
He commented back last Wednesday.
Okey doke.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, we're done.
You have an executive session?
Yes, please.